Imagine this. One morning you wake up and the name of your closest friend just isn't there. It's gone. 6 months later, you are standing on your own doorstep, keys in hand, but you can't for the life of you figure out how to get inside. That's not just a bad day. That's HIV-associated dementia or hand. It's a silent thief, and the scary part, most people, even a lot of doctors, still don't see it coming. It can start chip away at your memory and your mind long before the virus ever makes a bleep on the immune system lab slip.
The hidden attack on the brain.
Now, you probably know that HIV loves to chew through your CD4 cells, the immune system's commandos. But here's the twist. It doesn't stop there. Early in the infection, this sneaky virus slips inside certain immune cells that have a VIP pass straight into your brain. Think of it like a microscopic Trojan horse hitchhiking a ride past the blood-brain barrier. You know, that super tight security system protecting your gray matter. Once these infected cells are inside, the virus itself doesn't directly infect your precious neurons. Instead, it starts pumping out a cocktail of inflammatory proteins, like a tiny insidious smoke machine. These proteins don't just hang around, they actually fry the delicate wiring of your brain. And now you might ask, what does that look like? Well, it's a slow, persistent smolder. We see damage to the white matter, which is like the brain's superhighway connecting different regions. There's a synaptic loss, meaning the connection between neurons where all the magic of thought happens starts to wither. And if you look at an MRI, you'd see tiny potholes, almost imperceptible at first, showing up as volume loss. It's like your brain is subtly shrinking. And there's a bit of irony that is modern antiviral therapy or art is phenomenal at keeping the virus almost silent in your blood, often undetectable. But your brain can be a half step behind. That inflammation can grumble on for years. A low-grade fire causing cumulative damage. I'm not friends with that word. That frustrating gap between being undetectable in plasma and the virus still simmering in the cerebral spinal fluids. That's precisely where HIV-associated dementia or hand hides its cruel hand. It's a persistent, often unrecognized battle happening right inside your head.
The subtle red flags that you might miss.
The early clues of hand are so frustratingly subtle. They often feel like, well, just life. Who hasn't misplaced their keys, or forgotten their Netflix password, or snapped at their partner after a tough day? We all do it, but here's the critical difference. It's about frequency and progression. It's not just a one-off, it's a pattern. That trouble concentrating, it might start with struggling to finish a single email, then evolve into abandoning entire articles or books. Your balance might start to wobble, so you find yourself hugging the wall a little more often, just for support. Your handwriting might inexplicably shrink, becoming tiny and cramped. You might start dropping coffee mugs like they were coated with butter, or finding you're bumping into door frames more than you used to. These aren't just quirks, they're whispers from your brain. As a hand progresses into the middle stages, reaction slows down, someone waves at you, and you find yourself answering 2 beats too late. Like you're experiencing a slight delay. Sequencing numbers, like trying to follow a recipe or balancing a checkbook, suddenly feels like doing advanced calculus in rush hour traffic. You might find yourself less interested in social interactions, preferring to withdraw. There could be muscle weakness that makes everyday tasks harder, and you might start dropping objects with an alarming regularity. By the late stages, the symptoms become far more severe and undeniable. Some patients might struggle to walk unaided, needing significant assistance, or even becoming bedridden. Bladder and bowel control can be lost, leading to distressing accidents. And in some tragic cases, individuals can drift into psychosis or mania, experiencing hallucinations or severe mood swings. And the truly cruel part about all of this, insight often fades last. So many people with hand are actually aware of their own slipping mental faculties, watching themselves disappear piece by agonizing piece. It's a profound, isolating and terrifying experience.
Why diagnosing is a moving target.
So if it's so impactful, why isn't diagnosed more easily? Well, here's the kicker. There's no single magic lab test for hand. No simple blood draw that shouts, it's a hand. Instead, clinicians have to play detective, piecing together clues from three main pillars of evidence. First, there is the gritty neuropsychological exam. This isn't your average memory quiz. These are rigorous, often hours-long assessments that time how fast you can copy complex shapes, recall detailed stories, or perform seemingly simple tasks that test your attention, executive function, and processing speed. It's designed to push your cognitive limits to pinpoint specific deficits. Second, they often perform a lumbar puncture, a spinal tap, to get a sample of cerebral spinal fluid or CSF. This isn't just to check for HIV RNA, which is a key indicator. It's also crucial for ruling out other potential troublemakers that can cause similar cognitive symptoms. We are talking about rival infections like syphilis, cytomegalovirus CMV, or even toxoplasmosis, which can wreak havoc on the brain in people with weakened immune system. They also check for other conditions like CNS lymphoma, a type of cancer that can develop in the brain. And third, there is the MRI. This image study isn't just looking for big obvious problems. It's hunting for subtle signs of brain atrophy, those white matter scars we talked about, or even those tiny potholes, focal lesions that indicate neural damage. These scans help confirm the physical changes happening in the brain. But before any of this can even point to hand, clinicians have to meticulously cross off everything else. Is it a thyroid imbalance? Is it depression, which can mimic cognitive decline so perfectly? Could it be a side effect of other medications, or perhaps metabolic disorders, a stroke, or even a brain tumor? Each of these must systematically investigated and ruled out. The average time from a patient's first complaint to a confirmed diagnosis of hand, well, studies clock it at a staggering 14 months. 14 months often spent by patients and even some doctors blaming stress, assuming it's just getting old, or attributing it to other less serious causes. This delay means crucial time is lost, and the damage continues its work quietly.
How modern art rewrites the story.
Here's where modern medicine truly shines and offers a powerful counter-narrative. The game-changer combination antivirals or art that are specifically designed to happily cross into the brain. We are talking about drugs like efavirenz, darunavir, and dolutegravir. These are just fighting the virus in your blood. They're getting right into your cerebral spinal fluids where they can tackle the virus head on. When these powerful drugs drive the CFS viral load down below the critical 50 copy marker, becoming undetectable even in brain fluids, something incredible happens. That chronic inflammation, that slow smolder, finally starts to cool. New learning scores, which might have plummeted, can begin to jump back towards baseline, offering tangible improvements in cognitive function. And the risk of frank dementia, the most severe form, plummets dramatically. In the pre-art era, the risk was as high as 15% a year. Today, with effective art, it's well under 2%. That's a monumental shift. This means that undetectable really becomes untransmittable for the brain too, offering incredible protection. But, and this is a huge but, not that kind of but still a but that's many buts. This only works if those pills hit the pillow every single night. Adherence is absolutely not negotiable. Miss 2 days, just 2 days, and the cerebral spinal fluid viral bleeps can rebound faster than the plasma viral load. This hands the virus a fresh match, allowing it to reignite that inflammatory fire in your brain. It's a constant vigil, but the payoff is protecting your cognitive health. It's a constant vigilance, but the payoff in protecting your cognitive health is immeasurable.
Life beyond the pill bottle.
While art is our frontline defense, the truth is a brain heals best in calm, supportive environments. And that means a lot more than just taking your meds. First up is zero alcohol. Seriously, ethanol isn't just bad for your liver. It actually preys upon the blood-brain barrier, making it easier for HIV to sneak in and replicate in the brain's immune cells. It's like giving the virus a free pass to cause more trouble. Next up is daily exercise, and we are not just talking about training for a marathon here. Even just 20 minutes of brisk walking can work wonders. Why? Because it boosts something called brain-derived neurotropic factors, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as the brain's own repair crew, promoting the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing connections. Regular movement also improves blood flow to the brain, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients. Then there are what I call orientation hack. These are simple practical tools that offload some of the mental RAM that weakened brain circuits might struggle with. Giant wall calendars, clearly labeled drawers, phone alarms for appointments or medications. These aren't just for the elderly. They are essential cognitive aids. They free up your brain to focus on bigger, more important tasks, rather than expending precious energy trying to remember where you put the keys for the 10th time. And let's talk about mood. It's not an extra, it's medicine. Untreated depression, for instance, has been shown to double the rate of cognitive decline. So if you are struggling with a low mood, anxiety or irritability, antidepressants or talk therapy aren't just nice to have. They are a critical component of brain health. They help create that calm, stable environment your brain needs to heal and function optimally. Finally, a crucial, often overlooked point is money scams. Yeah, you heard me right. People with executive function deficit, a common symptom of HAN, are tragically vulnerable to financial exploitations. Their ability to plan, make sound judgment, and resist impulses can be impaired. This is why having a trusted third party, perhaps a family member or close friend, monitor bank accounts, review medical bills, and generally oversee financial matters isn't just a good idea. It can be a lifesaver, protecting against devastating losses.
What is in the research pipeline?
The scientific community isn't resting on its laurels with art. The research pipeline for hand is buzzing with innovation. We are constantly pushing the boundaries, and the future looks incredibly promising. Scientists are currently testing nano-sized art combos. These aren't just small pills, they're designed to ferry up to 5 times more drugs into the cerebral spinal fluids, directly targeting the brain with unpredicted precision, all while potentially reducing systematic side effects. Imagine getting maximum brain protection with fewer adverse reactions. Then there are biomarkers like neurofilament light chains or NFL. These proteins is already being used in Alzheimer's trials as an indicator of neural damage. The exciting part, it promises to flag brain injuries months, even years before overt symptoms of hand appears. This would be a game changer, allowing doctors to fine-tune the art regimen or introduce other interventions incredibly early, potentially preventing significant cognitive decline before it even starts. And for those dreaming of a cure, gene-edited CAR T cells are in phase 1 trials. These are essentially immune cells genetically engineered to hunt down and destroy infected macrophages, those immune cells that carry HIV into the brain. It's a targeted, powerful approach to eliminate viral reservoirs. Even more futuristic, weekly implants that drips long-acting medication directly into the brain's fluid. Just cleared primate safety trials. Think about it, a steady, consistent delivery of medication right where it's needed the most without the daily pill burden. And what does all of this translate to? Well, it could mean the next decade could move us from merely controlling hand to potentially curing it. The ambition is huge and the science is sprinting to catch up.
The quick reality check.
Alright, let's be real for a moment. Even with perfect art adherence and with all these amazing advancements, roughly 1 in 3 people with HIV will still show some form of mild neurocognitive disorder on testing. The numbers might bounce back significantly, but certain cognitive functions like processing speed or complex attention may still lag a little behind their pre-HIV baseline. But here's the crucial win: staying above the functional line. And you might ask, what does that mean? Martin, tell us, what does it mean? Well, it means keeping your job, driving safely, parenting effectively, and maintaining loving relationships. It means your cognitive ability doesn't interfere with your day-to-day life and independence. That's the ultimate goal. And that's why many infectious disease clinics are now pairing neuropsychological screenings with every routine blood draw. They're chasing the goal that no one, absolutely no one, graduates from mild impairment to full-blown dementia on their watch. Early detection and intervention are key to preserving quality of life.
Hope, not hype.
So let's be clear, HIV-associated dementia is real. It's stealthy and it's still tragically underdiagnosed. But it's absolutely no longer the inevitable death sentence it was back in 1995. The pills work, and they work incredibly well when taken consistently. Lifestyle choices like ditching alcohol, embracing exercise, managing moods, getting organized, they multiply the power of these medications. And science is sprinting forward, bringing us closer to even better treatment and perhaps one day a cure. So if you are living with HIV, please ask your clinician about memory screening. Ask about your cognitive health the same way you'd ask about your cholesterols or your viral load. It's that important. If you are caring for someone with HIV, watch for those subtle red flags. The falling cups, the shrinking handwriting, the sudden mood flips. Then advocate for them, be their voice. Detect it early, treat it aggressively, and the brain can absolutely clear its own smoke, allowing for a full and vibrant life. And if you are interested in dementia and what else type of dementia there are, then check out my full playlist on dementia right here. And I look forward to seeing you over in those videos. So check them out and I'll be seeing you right over there.